One of the most common questions I receive is, my computer uses DDR3 RAM, but all the new graphics cards come with GDDR5 RAM. Will they work in my system? In a word, yes. In 74 words, yes, because the type of RAM your CPU can use, your system memory, doesn't impact the type of RAM that your graphics card can use because the CPU, or central processing unit, interacts directly with its own memory, and the GPU, or graphics processing unit, interacts directly with its own memory. Those processors work together and communicate with each other through a PCI Express slot, so the type of RAM they're each using doesn't matter. So another common question then is this: why is video card memory so far ahead of system memory? GDDR5 has been available for years, while DDR4 is still not available, and there's basically no mention of DDR5 at all. Can't we just use GDDR for our CPUs to take advantage of all those technology improvements? Well, this answer is a little bit more complicated. While each new generation of GDDR or DDR aims for similar improvements over the last one, higher capacities, reduced heat output and power consumption, and higher performance, particularly with respect to maximum bandwidth, that doesn't mean that these technologies are the same. A common misconception is that there is a correlation between the generational numbers in GDDR and DDR, but actually they're independent of each other. GDDR2 was somewhat related to DDR2, but the newer GDDR4 and GDDR5 standards are actually much more closely related to DDR3 than to DDR4 or a future DDR5 standard. Okay, so if they're not really as different as they sound and they're just variations of similar technology, why do we need two different types of memory? Well, as the old saying goes, horses for courses, my friends. I mean, oh, gross! I didn't mean meal courses, I meant race courses. Yuck, that's not even a tasteful joke. Sorry, now that we're back on track, now that's a great joke. My point stands. You want memory that's specialized for your application. The way a typical person uses a computer, we don't actually need any more bandwidth for system memory. It's much more important for everyday tasks to have very low latency access to your RAM with better granularity, while a graphics card is typically moving massive chunks of data into and out of the frame buffer, that is the RAM. Things like high-resolution game textures or large data sets for computer simulation work, the average desktop is being bombarded with a multitude of much smaller transfers, like that instant message you just received, or that virus scan that's picking through all your files in the background. Normal DDR is optimized for desktop use, and GDDR just wouldn't be as suitable in spite of its impressive on-paper performance numbers, especially with respect to bandwidth. Speaking of impressive performance, we've got a new sponsor that we absolutely love. Shutterstock.com is the affordable way to get royalty-free stock photos, graphics, and video footage that you can use for anything from gussying up a PowerPoint presentation all the way to inclusion in a professional newscast. Before we accepted them as a sponsor, I actually went ahead and bought a $250 monthly subscription to evaluate the service. That plan entitles us to 25 images per day, and it has made life so much easier for my video editor. For this video, he just fired up their awesome search tool to browse their enormous 30+ a million image library, found something that illustrated the point I'm making, and added it to the video. No worrying about usage rights. I'm easily saving my $8.50 per day in time alone. Of course, I know not everyone edits videos every day though. Don't worry, they've got everything from pay-as-you-go all the way to enterprise-grade solutions with extra support and enhanced usage rights. So guys, you should definitely check it out. You can see their entire image library with watermarks for free. So head over to shutterstock.com and try it out. And if you like it, make sure you use offer code TechQuickie214 to get 25% off your new account. Thanks again to Shutterstock for supporting TechQuickie, and thanks again to you guys for watching this video. Like it and share it if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Leave a comment and let me know, did this help clarify DDR versus GDDR for you, or did you already totally understand this and now it's just a convenient little resource for you to send to people whenever they ask about it? And right, don't forget to subscribe either.